Hello, welcome back to another episode of Wrath of the Righteous. I'm Serial, your Let's Player. How you doing today, man? It's been good, for me anyway. Not that I've really changed much in time that I've recorded this. It's only been like 30 minutes. Took a little bit of a break. But, yeah, I'm still at it.
Watch out for trouble.
Join the crusade too, huh? Owe me apology. Okay. Amulet of Blackened Mirror? What was that? Thank you, I guess. Whenever the wearer of this amulet uses a hex, the DC saving throws of it is increased by 1. Okay. Well, there's only one person in this party that can hex.
No, just no.
And she won't do it. So I noticed that we have 2 additional companions added on. Social and who else? Was that it? Just Social? Okay. He is a cleric of Shaylin. So he uses a glaive as his main weapon. That's just how Shaylinites are. That's what they get for proficiency. I don't know if I can really use him as he is because he's got the clerical stats of a battle cleric. Which would be fine. It's just if I was going to be a cleric of Shaylin, I would want to use the feat known as Bladed Brush, which isn't PFS legal, unfortunately, but allows you to use a two-handed glaive as if it were a finessable weapon, and to be able to hit with it as with dex damage as well. So you can probably imagine if you build for dexterity and set your character up right, you can do a lot of damage with that particular build. One of my personal favorites is mixing that with the Evangelist build. The Evangelist subclass. And putting a flavorful spin on it, like I'm dancing or I'm twirling or something, something artistic. So I can get away with using the glaive, and even though I lose medium armor, who cares? Like, I'm dex based. Light armor is perfectly fine. A mithril chain shirt is my best armor I could possibly get in the game. But yeah, anyway, with that high dex, you should be able to be a pretty tanky build on top of being really good at offense too. Just a idea for a character next time if you ever felt like you need to make a fun cleric. Anyway, I'm wasting a lot of time on this. So he's got the luck domain. and good. Okay. Luck is actually a really nice domain. Good is a decently powered domain too, but it's neither here nor there. Alright. So I thought we had one other. Oh, it's because Darren got forced back to join us. Which I'm like, you can go if you want. That's fine.
Keep your calm.
So I'm assuming, like in the first game, the Pathfinder captain or whatever would tell you a story the deeper you go throughout the game, and apparently he's got one here too. So. Alright, I guess. Whoop. So you're the war chief now. You're going to lead us to free Sarkoris from those Fae. I felt it the moment I saw you. This one is special. Would that go and get yourself a whole army in no time? I did not expect that. Well, how does your newfound power feel? Has it gone to your head yet? I'm gonna go fight demons, not Fae. Fae, demons, angels. They're all the same spooks. They could have stayed in the magic forest happy as big as mud, but no. They had to come poke their funny heads into the war world. Hold on, don't change the subject, eh? What do you think about being war chief? Yes, it's a scary thing to be responsible for others, especially when you're out picking mushrooms and not taking them to war. Even if you win, some of them surely won't make it back home, and you're the one who has to bear the burden. But you know you'll do just fine. And not because I've seen you in battle, although you are worth a whole band of warriors in a fight. I know you'll make a fine war chief because you're not thinking about power or honors. You're concerned about the people in your charge. As long as you hold on to that, you'll have nothing to fear. Okay? Well, I didn't come here just to flap my gums. Since you're going to war, you're in charge. I better do this the right way. Olberg lowers his hand and says solemnly, "My blade, my life or yours, war chief. I mean, it's not like I need a blade. My talons and beak will do the trick." But saying it like that is done, whatever. I'm getting torn up on it. Anyway, my talons and beak are yours. Just doesn't have the same ring to it. Yeah, I get you. Relic, huh? Kurtaglin. Curitlin. Okay. There's something else. I can already see that things are bad, but the tales of all Sarkaris burning down as people dying out? I'm sorry, I don't believe those. It can't be true. We're not the kind of folks to be stuffed out like that. I have kin in a village not far from here. Current Glen. Let's go there and talk to them. Have them fill us in. They're smart folks. Perhaps they'll help us in battle too. Together we'll clean up Sarkoris before you can say, "Anoint ye foul creatures." Anoint ye? Okay. Alright. I'm prepared for that. Take care, War Chief. Sure, man. You're one of those weird classes that came out the very end of Pathfinder's lifespan. I didn't get the chance to play it, and quite frankly, after seeing it, I'm not sure I really want to. pull you out of the garage later. Oh, wow. Starting out, you can now control armies on the global map. Winning battles against demon forces provides a number of benefits, such as resources to help your economy, relics which can be turned into powerful new items for your party. Okay. Captured enemy fortifications that previously blocked the advance of your party and your armies. These fortifications can be rebuilt into forts for your own troops. Enemy armies differ in their strength, which is displayed as the number next to the army's name. By hovering over the enemy army, you can learn more about its composition and reward it, and the reward it is guarding. Okay. Excuse me, it's getting a little late. You can switch between party management and army command modes by clicking the buttons at the top of the screen. Okay, guess that up there. In army command mode, you can make enemies select armies by either using the panel on the left or clicking the fingers on the map. Much like your party, armies use roads to move around the map. To move, an army must spend movement points, which can be restored by resting for 1 day. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's saying I can make more than one force if need be. At least that's, I'm guessing, what's going on here. So we gotta make it to Dresden. Okay. So Mendev is there. Chili Creek. I'm definitely getting Kingmaker flashbacks with how this map is kind of laid out. What the hell is that? Okay. Whoa. I get the feeling that would be one nasty, nasty fight. Alright. Well, let's march forward. Oh, wow. Magic anomalies are common in the world of Galarian. So common that the word anomaly itself is questionable. A regular city dweller will encounter a chaotic manifestation of a supernatural power at least once in their lifetime. One might naturally assume that the strange sky, a ghostly fire from the rifts of the ground, the rain of eyeballs, all that the whirlwind is known for, should find some purchase in the mortal mind. But even the most worldly of travelers feel uneasy at its borders. Why? Perhaps instinctively they understand that this place is not merely a magical wasteland, but a wound, an ulcer, in which the world bleeds itself into the abyss. The commander and his army walk up the high bank to the West Sullen River, where it draws near to the border of the whirlwind. The soldiers' feet halt unbidden. On the other bank rises a series of cliffs, too regular in shape to have been formed by water or wind. The sky hangs over their sharp edges in a sickening bends, the shade of mercury on the horizon rising to dirty rust. As it arches above the soldiers' heads, it regains the familiar azure hue. The soldiers whisper and grumble to Commander Field's eyes. Upon his back, somewhere among them wearing simple armor and unrecognized by anyone, the ruler of Mindev is standing and watching the new commander closely. She is here. The commander gives a signal to wait, climbs to the highest point in the bank, then decides to establishing rapport with his troops is yet another battle that the leader must face. Although the subtle alchemy of words, one can win trust and raise morale, or lose faith in authority. Addressing the army in the border of the whirlwind, the commander seeks to establish himself as a military leader on this new battleground. And his efforts prove fruitful. The soldiers listen dutifully, smiles appearing on their faces. Some in the ranks show that the demons are growing tired of waiting for them, and the army keeps moving. Lines of soldiers step warily beneath the shroud of low black clouds. It's like the whirlwind has reached out a finger into the lands of Mindev. A gesture seems eerily harmless, but then the other clouds come to life, shooting out the howling tornadoes one after another. The tornadoes come from all sides, from ahead, behind, right, and above the soldiers' heads. The power of the elements is on one side of the scales, the soldiers' faith and inspiration on the other. It's plain to see which is greater. The determined army runs the gauntlet of tornadoes. The struggle lasts over half an hour, but the army's only losses are a few bags of supplies and a dozen hats whipped off into the sky. After stopping to catch their breath, the soldiers continue on. Their first encounter with the whirlwind has ended in their favor. Sweet. Kind of a gimme thanks to Dayrin, though. Something for Sela. Okay. Oh, they're fatigued. Oh, shit. Alright.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Never stop learning.
Might as well buff myself. Myself a 21 strength? Hell yeah. We're finally here. Elin and Curl must be around here somewhere, and Janet too, if they gave permission to leave. Ah, there they are. Elin of the Houndhearts. Greetings, Sela, and greetings to you, Knight Commander. Sir Elin puts his hands behind his back and bows slightly. Then he casts an inquisitive glance at you. He seems less friendly than he was the day you met at the Defender's Heart. Janet puts her hands on her hips. She looks even more dashing than usual. Elin is feeling a little shy. He thought he asked for help from a couple nobodies like us, but now you've turned to saviors of Canibris, Knights of the Fifth Crusade, marked by Omede's blessing herself. And you still came to help him dig through a pile of junk. Let's not talk about it. I assure you, I am the same Sela, your friend from the League of the Cart, and we came here to help you look for Elin's ring. By the way, where's Curl? He didn't come with us. He said an old wound was acting up. Alright, my friends, since we're here, let's finish this mission quickly. I really don't feel comfortable bothering the Knight Commander with my personal problems. In my traveling chest. Now the camp's in total disarray. I don't know how we'll ever find it. The ring was made of shiny silver metal with a deep blue-green jewel. You can't miss it. Master Jarek is not just a jeweler, he's an artist. Okay. So, she likes the ring. Not one floor compliments, Molly, but I suspect the master would happily give you one of his works as a gift. He does that from time to time, even when he meets someone whose beauty inspires him. Thank you, sir. Mia lowers her lashes demurely. Trinket worth several months' pay, Elin? The rules of the surface are insane. You should give your girls fried rats like we do. You'll save yourself a lot of trouble. Something wrong? Much has changed since we last met in Canibris. Some things are for the better, some not at all. Alright.
I will guide.
Can't hide from me.
There's something unusual. Focus on the goal. I sense something.
This place has all kinds of loot. That's not good. There's splatterings of blood.
It went splendidly.
Small quasi demon emerges from the chest. It looks like you angrily screwing up its ugly little face. It holds a shiny object in its paws, a sparkling silver ring with a large blue-green jewel. It's mine. Mine. Yeah. Elin, look, it's that creepy thing. What's it holding? These small demons like to tease and bully, but it'll bold if it senses any real threat. Let's surround it and attack it all together before I can figure out what's happening. magical hat there. I'm not exactly sure what it did, but that's alright.
I hope you appreciate this.
Before Elin manages to get to the closet, a halfling curl appears right next to it, quite out of nowhere. He snatches a ring from the demon's paws. You mustn't get it. Curl, what are you? The hell? Thrusting yourself between Elin and Curl, Seal barely managed to distort the blow aimed at the halfling. Elin, stop. Have you gone mad? He's using his summon spell. Why did you stop?
Let's have some fun.
Okay. Bunch of babao.
Out of my sight.
Nice crit.
I'll cut you wide open.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
It's tempting. Ow.
The spirits demand your blood.
The light take you. Ah!
You won't survive me.
So it comes to this.
Does have a higher chance to hit than most.
Mind over muscle.
Missed badly.
You are today's sacrifice.
Into the fray! Ha!
Good damage there. Unrelenting Assault is building up quickly. That was my choice for her. Since she's swinging a shield and longsword, I wanted to get her a bit more reliable, consistent damage. And that was a good way to do it.
Endure this! Did you see that?
And his was, whenever he kills somebody or gets a crit, he does like AoE damage in a small radius. Which I think I probably should have been better off with taking the stacking to hit bonus. That way I can really use some multi-shot, rapid shot, and deadly aim cheese.
Make every strike count.
You've made your choice.
I'll remove this obstacle. Go for their hearts!
The Inheritor, guide my blade! The light, take you!
See, I should be able to kill 5-foot step and then attack there, as per tabletop rules, but I can't do that here.
Into the fray!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
No fear!
You're irrelevant.
I will see to your demise.
That's one down.
I'll cut you wide open.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
25 damage, jeez. Oh, it maxed out at a +10. So basically, as long as you always attack, you don't necessarily have to hit, it's going to go up by 2. It'll cap out at a +10. Jeez, that crit.
This pain is excruciating.
You won't survive me.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Miss. So for him, I made it to where his cure spells can now be cast at range without penalty.
The spirits demand your blood.
Into the fray! Hey!
Damn, that crit killed her. Okay.
Endure this!
Unfortunately, in this edition, Raised Dead's a 5th level spell, not 3rd. Breath of Life, which is kind of like how equivalent to Revivify. That's a 4th level spell, and I don't have that access either. So
So it comes to this.
God damn it, I didn't mean to move. Missed again.
No glory without risk!
Yikes, what a crit.
Make every strike count.
You've made your choice.
Mind over muscle.
Magritio, Turi.
The light, take you!
Is everybody alive? Ethan, what were you doing? You nearly cut down Curl without a second thought, without trial, without even knowing if he was responsible for all of this. Might be the victim himself. What am I doing? He lured us into a trap. Curl was the only one who knew where we were going. He knew we thought we were going. There wouldn't be anyone to camp besides the small, harmless demons, so he set a trap. I wouldn't be surprised if the Demon Masters had him targeting Commander from the start. Talk about believing in redemption for scoundrels. Barely know anything about what happened. Kurt is a good lad. He's not a spy or a murderer. Maybe they threatened him, tricked him, or even bewitched him with demon magic. And now we'll never know because you let him escape. Better let a thief escape than cut down an innocent. You're both right in your own way, and what's done can't be undone. We're lucky no one died in today's little brawl, but who knows where Sela's naivety may one day lead you. Do you hear me, sister? You're not just another knight. Whatever you do may have terrible consequences. Claire has something to say, so go ahead then, spit it out. Sela, I didn't want to say this, but I think of you as a friend, so I'm going to warn you. After what happened at the Great Garrison, you're in serious danger, and maybe not just you. You might like to ignore military hierarchy and the rules of knightly orders, but there's wisdom in them, and that has stood the test of time. A soldier rises from a private to an officer, and knight begins as a squire. Even in Albany's paladins gain their abilities gradually, but not with you and the commander. You are granted incredible powers, far surpassing seasoned paladins with experience and skill far beyond your years. You received this gift just at the right moment and saved a lot of lives across Mendev. That's a great deed that we remember for ages to come. But what happened next was wrong. They began to worship you. The Queen gave you such vast power, all while you sidestepped everything: training, experience, hardship. This is not the first time Her Majesty has behaved rashly, and how much has been good has this been brought to Mendev. I'm frightened by what I may see, especially by the way that you, Sela, trust people so easily and leap into adventures without looking. One day you'll lower your sword when you should have driven the blade home, just like thousands of bright-eyed youngsters will after you. I wanted to tell you the same thing, Commander. You're right to an extent, but I didn't choose my lot. I'm just trying to fulfill as best as I can. I said it to Sela and I'll say it again. This wasn't a reproach, but a warning. The power you've been given, it may be your undoing, and the undoing of all the Crusaders along with you. In any case, forgive me for wasting your time and subjecting you to danger here. Now, at least we know that Curl is a traitor and Jen is a coward, ready to abandon your friends when the going gets rough. I hope we'll all learn a lesson from these mistakes, and for that blasted ring, to hell with it. Kiana won't love me solely for the gifts I bring her. Her expressive eyes filled with sadness. Everything's become very complicated all of a sudden. Please, Serial, let's go back. And I'd like to talk to you about it later. I have a lot to think about. Alright. It's a lot of issue just over a ring.
It's just not my lucky day.
Oh, no. She's still dead. Dead as hell. Alright, well, I'm going to break episode here, and I'm going to try to see about how I can possibly bring her back to life. So, in the meantime, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.